Welcome back to Mac Talks of Football, and what a pathetic performance by Napoli as they have lost yet another game at the hands of Lazio. The game ends at 2-0. So let's go ahead and talk about this game. I actually feel disgusted by watching Napoli play today. I mean, it was such a horrible performance from Napoli. So poor. Like it is a disgraceful performance. They were so pathetic. I'm lost for words, to be very honest with you. That's how bad they were, and I'm not even a Napoli fan. It's just that I cannot believe that's what they have served up. This is a team who's supposedly challenging for the title. This is a team who's supposed to put pressure on Inter. This is a team who's supposed to defend their title. But it feels like that they have basically just given up. They think the title is done, and they don't really care about it, because the way that they played tonight, I mean, it did not feel like that Lazio were playing against Napoli, the current champions of Italy. It felt like Lazio were playing against their under 7s or under 5s. That's how pathetic, that's how bad Napoli were. It was literally a stroll in the park, for Lazio. It was so easy for them, and it's not like Lazio was the home team. Lazio was the away side. It was at the Napoli's home stadium as well. But they basically did not turn up. It felt like they were just they were still in their hotel room, sleeping. They were just passing by, just walking around on that field, and Lazio had the field day with them. The way that they played that game, I think, as much as you can criticize Napoli, and and you cannot take any credit away from Lazio, because they were really good in that game. They started very well. They took the initiative. They started from the get-go. They threatened Napoli's goal, and from the get-go, Napoli were not in it. Sorry about that. They just sat back. They ran out of it. Forget about running out of ideas. They have no idea. I mean, 6 shots on goal, 0 goals on target, barely did anything. They were just strolling around, and Lazio, it felt like they had them on strings, and they just kept following Lazio players. The way that Lazio moved the ball, it was really good. The way that they created those chances, it felt like they were just in a world of their own, and Napoli were in a world of their own. It felt they were not on that football field, that's for sure. I mean, their heads were not there. And it was quite a disgrace. I'm appalled by watching that game, because it was so bad. Especially for Napoli side. Lazio, they wouldn't really care, and the fans wouldn't care, and they should care, because for them it's a big game. It's an away game, going away to Napoli, the current champions, at the Maradona Stadium. You want to be sure that you can give your 100%, and Lazio would have felt what are we playing against, because Napoli did not really care. But it like I have no words to describe what it was. It was poor. Like I'm flabbergasted, to be very honest with you, how because of how poor they were and how pathetic they were. I mean, not one good move in the entirety of that 90 minutes. There was not one good chance that came out from Napoli. And again, I still cannot fathom that a couple of weeks ago, this was the team who was pushing Inter for the title. That was the game that they won against Milan. How great they were in that game, and you felt like you were going to have a great end to that for the title race. And Napoli are going to push Inter. Maybe we are going to say a couple of surprises here and there. Nothing like that. And then they draw points last weekend, and now today, the way that they have played, it felt like they've basically given up. They've seen Inter's result for the last couple of weeks, and mentally they have just given up. They've accepted that they're not going to win, and if I'm they're like, they don't really care. But if I'm being very honest with you, I understand that the Scudetto is done. It is done now. It is going to take a miracle now for Inter to lose it. But if you look at the points table right now, they're 3 points behind Milan, 3 points ahead of Milan, and they are 6 points ahead of Juventus and the teams below them. Forget about trying to catch Inter. There may well be a chance that they might not finish in the top two, because of the way that they are playing. The teams below them can quite easily come and catch them. So it will be interesting to see what happens there, because if that happens, I mean, that would be something really stunning to see. Because if that happens, I really don't know. I don't know if Conte can answer to the critics, or the players would have any answer to the fans, because if they keep on playing like that, the way that they played today, the way that they played last weekend, it would not be surprised for me to see Milan catch them, Juventus catch them. I mean, as I say, they both have a game in hand. Milan can win the game in hand, and they could be level on points with Napoli. That's how close we are. That's how pathetic it has been from Napoli. Lazio, on the other hand, as I said, they came prepared. They took the game to Napoli, and I think I need to give a compliment to Sarri, the way that he realized early on that Napoli are not on it today, and he really did not overdo it. He just the moment they got that score, they put the pressure on, but they really did not overdo it. They were still cautious enough. They still give them a bit of respect, but they attacked when they could, when they had their chances, and they took advantage of that. 2 goals, it's not like Lazio created so much, but they were very effective. They were very clinical. Whenever they had the ball, it felt like something is going to happen, that there could be a danger for Napoli, and it ended up being, they could have had they could have easily been 3-0, if I'm being very honest with you, the way that they played. But again, as I say, they respected Napoli enough, because again, even they were playing pathetic and whatnot, they still have amazing players, so they can hurt you in an instant. So Lazio knew that as well, so they were a bit cautious, they were a bit respectful, but they did their job, and they were very happy with it. The moment they scored that second goal, you could just see the calmness in the Lazio, the Lazio player. They knew that they can defend that 2-goal lead. They were not afraid of losing it, and they did that quite convincingly as well. So a big win for them. They entered the top 10. They would love to finish in the top 10. They are still in that Coppa Italia semi-final. So for them, imagine winning the Coppa Italia, finishing in the top 10. It will turn out to be a really good season for them. It has not been a good season for them till now, but if they manage to stay in that top 10, and as I said, if they somehow go into the final of a Coppa Italia, or even if they win that, I think it would be a good season for them. But in terms of league, they would really like to finish in the top 10, because it has not been a season. It has the season is not gone according to a plan of Lazio ownership, the manager, or the fans, or anybody. But for Napoli, I mean, they really need to buckle up, because it is not looking really good. And if they continue to play like that, as I said, it could turn out to be even a disastrous thing for them than it already is. So yeah, that's it for me in this video. Let me know what you guys thought of the game, what you guys thought of Napoli's performance, Lazio's performance. Do you think Lazio are going to be able to finish in the top 10, or do you think they might miss out on it? And what about Napoli? Do you think they are in a problem, in a fear of getting caught by the teams below them, or do you think they're still going to be able to finish in the top 2? Let me know in the comment section below. Like the video, share it as well, click on the notification bell, and of course subscribe to the channel. I'm trying to get to 600 subscribers before the end of the season. About 50 plus subscribers remaining, not 50 plus, 50 less subscribers, less than 50 subscribers remaining. So please go ahead and subscribe to the channel and help the channel out. Until next time, bye bye.